It's time for Friday Fabulous Florida.
There is a gigantic alligator in my kitchen.
A look at the weirdest stories from our weirdest state.
All right, we have a lot of stories, so let's just jump right in, John Daly. A Bass Pro Shops fish thief is at large after allegedly swiping live tarpon from the Florida store's pond. This happened. They call it a rather fishy situation in Southwest Florida in Fort Myers. Deputies are on the hunt for a man accused of grabbing a fishing net from a shelf at the hunting and fishing store at the Gulf Coast Town Center and removing a 50-pound live tarpon from the store's fish pond on Wednesday night, then ran from the store with the fish in an unknown direction.
Well, I think it's in that direction.
Yeah, well, a witness shot that video. Look at him there, just kind of moving on with that big fish. Wow. They're trying to locate the retail theft suspect, but it's not your normal retail theft, the deputies wrote on Facebook. We guess you could say this one is a will officially catch your eye. It will officially catch your eye. Yeah,
I got it.
It. So they're working with their animal cruelty task force, which it was going to be fished anyway, so I don't know. But the Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission is aware of the incident at the Bass Pro Shop, and they're working, and they will provide more updates. So there you have it, a fish thief. Captain America was caught. He was trying to enter the Florida Air Force Base for the top secret meeting.
What?
Yes, he was. He got caught. He was not able to get into the top secret meeting. I don't know what we're going to do. This is an armed Florida man who identifies himself as Captain America. He was indicted on Tuesday after allegedly trying to enter an Air Force base for a top secret meeting with a commander. Baruch Roche II, charged with attempted possession of a firearm in a federal facility after this incident at MacDill Air Force Base in Tampa happened November 3rd. Roach apparently trying to enter the Air Force Base, but stopped by security personnel at the gate. The 33-year-old from Tampa was asked to show his ID, but allegedly refused, identified himself as Captain America, and then demanded entry into the base, saying he had a meeting with the General of the United States Special Operations Command to provide top secret information. When he was denied entry, he got argumentative, threatened to come back every day to look up the officers denying him entry. Yeah, his suspicious behavior landed him in custody. When they searched his car, they found an AR-15 rifle in the truck and 5 magazines loaded with 125 rounds of ammo.
Well, this is Baruch II. I'm hoping there's no Baruch III.
I guess not. We're done with the Baruches. Florida authorities wrangled a 600-pound, 12-foot-long alligator, and it was caught.
There you go.
Merry Christmas at the shopping mall. That's right, a big one. Authorities in Florida captured this massive alligator. It was lurking outside a mall and had to be relocated to the reptile. And this incident was all captured on video. The Lee County Sheriff's Office took to Facebook saying they were called to the Coconut Point Mall in Estero on Thursday, where they found this 12-foot-long alligator weighing 600 pounds, and they got this massive guy to safety. You can see them in the video carrying it. I mean, that's a heavy alligator.
You know how it got heavy, though? All that eating at the mall.
Eating at the mall, right?
Yeah.
Sbarro pizza.
Yep.
Too much nachos, maybe.
Carbs.
Yeah, too many carbs.
Pretzels.
Hot dog on a stick. I think it was hot dog on a stick.
Hot dog on a stick. That was it. Hot dog on a stick. Yes. The state record for the longest alligator is a male that measured 14 feet and 13 and a half inches in Brevard County. The state's record weight for a male alligator.
There's never been anything like this.
Weighed 1,043 pounds. So in the scheme of things, a 600-pounder isn't the biggest, but it's pretty big. So yeah, at the mall. Hey, just wanted to do a little Christmas shopping, you know.
Totally.
A Florida man has been arrested after targeting a Mexican restaurant multiple times. The owner's getting frustrated. And so finally the arrest comes. This happened in Pensacola, where a 22-year-old Florida man who apparently stole more than $800 from a Mexican restaurant last week and then came back because that was a good haul, came back days later for some more, has been arrested. Jordan Grandison of Pensacola booked into the jail on attempted robbery with a weapon, aggravated assault, grand theft, and burglary charges. The owner of La Cabana Mexican Kitchen says she thinks that he has targeted her taco truck restaurant 4 times in the last month. And she said she's lost out on about $5,000 because of all of this. At least 3 incidents so far. At one point, she says he just went right in, opened the cash register, and took $830 before running away. Looks like he's used some type of tool to slide into the top drawer and pop the latch and then just took off with the cash. He was last seen on surveillance tape wearing a hospital mask and a purple jacket with a yellow stripe. 4 days later, another incident. She had just finished counting the register, put the money on the counter in a clear Ziploc bag, and here he comes, same outfit, sneaking inside, trying to snatch the bag of money, holding a knife this time in a threatening manner. She was able.
It's a wild idea, but it just might work.
Yeah, she was able to grab the money bag before he got it. She also grabbed the metal receipt spike and stabbed at him several times.
Yeah.
She said, I felt really scared. And then another employee hurried from the kitchen to try to throw hot water on him, try to get him out of there. So he left that time without any money. But 2 days later, he's back again. And this time, he's hiding behind a neighboring building right next to the restaurant. Deputies see it, they come and they arrest him. He's wearing that same purple jacket with the same yellow stripe as seen in the other incidents. And he has a pocket knife and a hospital mask. And he has a key to the restaurant's cash register this time that he probably swiped the first time. So the owner of the restaurant says she's struggling to maintain staff to retain them because of all these break-ins, and that the holidays haven't been the best for business. So she's concerned that this is going to affect her business there. I hope it doesn't.
I hope Mr. Grandinson got a Grandinson felony.
Yeah, let's hope he did.
It would be funny if it was like somebody, his spouse or his girlfriend works at the same place and she just wants some time off. So this guy's just terrorizing the place. And she's like, yeah, I feel uncomfortable going to work today.
Don't give them ideas, Albert.
No. A Florida woman has punched her husband during a fight over cigarettes. Yeah. I'm willing to bet there's alcohol involved. A Florida woman found herself behind bars after she allegedly got into a physical fight with her husband over a pack of cigarettes.
What the hell is going on in the United States of America?
Indeed, Ron Owens. Jasmine Cummings arrested and charged with battery after 2 of her kids told police about this incident that unfolded in a mobile home neighborhood.
The kids narked on her. That's
right. The 31-year-old woman told police she hit her husband multiple times due to him making statements about her mother. That's them's fighting words. He reportedly took some cigarettes from her, which is what sparked the fight. She also told police she punched him in the face with a closed fist several times. Her knuckles were slightly reddened, but there were no other marks. Her husband, on the other hand, had an extremely red and bloodshot eye from this incident. They've been married for 14 years. They have 3 children in their home. Well, she's out of jail now, $1,000 bond.
Those kids will turn out well.
Well, it's interesting this case turns this way because even though she's punching him, it doesn't look like he hit her back, right? Or it might have been a he said, she said thing. So interesting that she's the attacker in this situation.
I would have punched myself in the eye too. Make it look a little worse, depending on,
Right.
All right, let's talk about this theft. This is not something I would steal, but hey, Florida police are arresting 3 men who allegedly stole hundreds of gallons of used cooking oil. It's worth thousands, but that seems rather hard to transport.
What?
Yeah, it happened. Speaking of grand theft, they are charged with it after targeting several restaurants, stealing their cooking oil. The Port Orange Police Department said officers worked with corporate security specialists to track down 3 individuals suspected of stealing the cooking oil. They were targeting multiple restaurants in the area, and they were sneaking in during the overnight hours. They were seen in a large box truck outfitted with a pump to allegedly support their operation, which they would then back the truck up, roll out a hose, and pump out the used cooking oil. About 330 gallons were stolen on December 16th, though it's believed they may be part of a larger organization responsible for thousands of dollars worth of stolen oil in this area. And they have all been arrested, these 3, and charged with grand theft for stealing the cooking oil, the used cooking oil.
Port Orange, that's where Mar-a-Lago is, right?
Is it? I don't know.
No.
No,
Port
I don't know
Orange.
where it is.
Get it? Port Orange.
Oh, Port Orange because he's orange. Yeah.
Hmm.
No, that was a good one.
Half of the reason that I put this story is in here. It was for you to try to read the names. John, do you want to try? I'm gonna put it in
Do
the
you
private
like
chat.
how I skipped the names? I did
Yeah,
that
you
on
did
purpose
skip the
because I
names,
took
but-
one look at them and I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, I
I'll
put
give it a
it in
try,
the
though.
private chat.
I'll give it a try if you'd like me to. This is you see pictured here, 49-year-old Rui Lin of St. John's, Florida, 35-year-old Youngki Chen of St. Augustine, and 42-year-old Zhengyu Liu of Flushing, New York.
That was pretty good, Ken. That was
Thank
very
you.
good.
Thank you very much. Yeah. All right. Thank you for making me do it anyway. Let's jump in to a rainwater pond along with this man who did just that, trying to run from the police. Never a good idea. A motorcycle driver in Hernando County led deputies on a chase that ultimately ended with him jumping into a pond built to hold stormwater. This started with a traffic stop early Wednesday morning, about 1:30 in the morning, where a driver ran a red light. As the sergeant approached the motorcycle, the driver, 29-year-old Luis Jose Cabrera, revved up the engine and drove his motorcycle in a circle in the middle of the road, shouting, "He didn't do anything wrong." And then he sped off. Yeah, because they're going to leave you alone on your say-so. The sergeant radioed all nearby deputies with a complete description of Cabrera and his motorcycle. A short time later, one of the deputies found Cabrera's motorcycle parked outside of a restaurant. Deputies went in. When Cabrera saw them coming, he ran out the back door, jumped over a fence, and dove into a floodwater retention pond, trying to escape. After a brief conversation with deputies, he was taken into custody, charged with fleeing law enforcement, resisting arrest, driving an unregistered motorcycle, driving with an unendorsed license, and possession of what substance, John Daly?
Meth?
Interesting. Cocaine.
Oh.
Isn't anybody been a weed?
It was an up.
No.
It was an upper.
It was along the same lines, so I think you get credit for that. All right, here's the last one. This Florida man has smothered his nephew's meatball sandwich with eye drop solution because he said he hated him that day.
Wow.
This Florida man finding himself behind bars as well after putting eye drop solution all over the meatball sandwich. James Leach arrested and charged with poisoning of food or water after this incident that happened in Pinellas Park on Wednesday. According to an arrest affidavit from the Pinellas Park Police Department, the 45-year-old was at a business and asked an employee for a bottle of eye drops, saying he had dry eyes. The employee told police Leach was a regular customer and he was having issues with his nephew, the victim in this case. Leach reportedly made it a point to tell the employee he hated his nephew that day. And when the employees handed the bottle of eye drops to Leach, he opened one of the containers of food and poured the solution all over his nephew's meatball sandwich. The witness stated that could hurt someone. And Leach responded by saying that it would only cause his nephew to himself and puke his brains out. So police obtained the surveillance footage showing Leach allegedly taking the bottle of eye drop solution, pouring it on the sandwich. Officials were able to get his address using the business's computer system because of prior purchases and deliveries where he and his nephew both live. The nephew said he only ate a small portion of the sandwich, but he didn't know that his uncle had poured eye drop solution all over it. He refused medical treatment. Police say Leach and his nephew have a long history of domestic-related incidents, plus several calls for police service at the home. Leach taken into custody, taken to the Pinellas County Jail, where he remains on $50,000 bond. I didn't know it was dangerous to consume. I mean, who would drink it or eat it? But I didn't know it was dangerous to consume that.
Yeah, well, it's chemicals. I don't think you'd want to put that in that slimy lubricating chemical in there. No. Karen makes a good point. He looks capable of crime.
He really does look capable of crime. Yeah.
Kim, when you were saying they had a long history, I thought you were going to say they had a long history of doing this to their sandwiches. To try to poison each other, but no, it didn't go.
Well, it's hard to get the recipe just right.
It really is. It really is. All right, let's pick a favorite. We go back over these ones. This Florida man went fishing in the Bass Pro Shop pond and fleed with a 50-pound fish. Do you like Captain America, who was caught after trying to enter a Florida Air Force base for a top secret meeting? Or maybe you like Florida authorities wrangling a 600-pound, 12-foot-long alligator at the mall. A Florida man arrested after targeting a Mexican restaurant multiple times. A Florida woman punching her husband during a fight over cigarettes. A Florida man, 3 men arrested after stealing, allegedly, hundreds of gallons of used cooking oil worth thousands. A Florida man leaping into a rainwater pond trying to escape deputies. Or the Florida man with the eye drops and the meatball sandwich, who hated his nephew. What do you think, John Daly?
I think I'm going to go with the fish thief just because it's original. I don't think we've ever seen anything like that before.
No, we don't think we have either. I don't know.
It was brazen. It was quick and dirty.
There's never been anything like this.
Down and dirty. Plus, they have video, and that's always a plus in my book. Albert, what do you think?
I didn't have that in one of the options in the polls. I'm sorry. So if you didn't see that option, please vote just by typing in the chat. I did have massive gator, burglar, deja vu, don't touch my cigarettes, and I wouldn't eat that meatball sub with spelling it with EYE.
What's it look like?
I have to go. Yeah, I'd have to go with the burglar, deja vu. Just the guy coming back wearing the same outfit too. Just not the smartest of characters, but only in Florida.
Only in Florida.
Those options sound like chapters from like a memoir that someone wrote from Florida.
Oh.
I was inspired this week, John.
Yeah.
What's your you're picking the thief that keeps coming back. I think I'm gonna pick the 600-pound, 12-foot-long alligator at the mall. I just have to. In Florida. And that doesn't happen anywhere but there, right? So I'll go with that.
Yeah,
one.
we have single issue voters also in our chat too, who always just vote for the Gators. So, and Kim, I feel like you're aligned with them.
I tend to be, although it takes a pretty special story to knock me out of alligator territory. But I have gone for the other stories before. I don't know. What does it look like in the chat right now?
The massive gators is in the lead by 40%, and then the meatball subs at 26 with the burglar. So it's not too close.
Okay.
But and Florida did seem pretty tame this week. I feel like it's the holiday season. Maybe they're
people are on their
ramping
best behavior.
down. Actually, yeah, they're not ramping up.
Square likes the pond escape. Katie voted cigarettes, but Storm Pond is very strong. We got a fish thief from Jeff Davis. The bass thief from Vilma. So she agrees with you, John Daly. Mama Day 3 Boys going for the gator. Absolutely. Yeah. Julie says it's the gator for sure. Captain America. John likes that one. All right. Commentator wants to know if we can only get 4 choices in the polls. You probably can't put unlimited choices, right?
Yeah, only 4 choices in the poll, so I need to make editorial decisions here.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
kind of have to pick the ones you think are going to be the most popular.
And I was inspired by the, I wanted to make some chapter titles here.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what they do. Next Friday, it'll probably be a lot of holiday related stories, so that'll be fun. Thank you guys for participating. John Daly, I'll see you on the After Party Live.
The After Party Live at 1:05 Pacific.
Right on. I'll be there with you. Thank you for joining us for
Bye-bye.
Friday Fabulous Florida. Bye, John Day.
This has been Friday Fabulous Florida.
There is a gigantic alligator in my kitchen.
Y'all come back now here.
Hi, it's Mark, and I thought that was great. Hit the notification bell. You'll know whenever there's a new video being dropped, and please subscribe to our channel to help us save the universe.